Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We're pleased to be joined by the Oregon baseball coach. That, of course, is Mark Wasikowski. How's it going?
Going great.
Of course, they'll be starting off the NCAA tournament, and they will be taking on Xavier to open up the matchup in the NCAA tournament for baseball. So far, before we get into the matchup, kind of talk about like what has just how the year's kind of been going so far for you guys.
Year's been going good. We ended up just winning the Pac-12 tournament championship the other day on Saturday night, which was really great. Good way to finish the year off, and we're just looking forward to postseason play now.
Yeah, what was it just like to win the conference tournament and all that? And Pac-12's got some really, really good teams as always.
Yeah, Casey, it was awesome for our guys specifically because, they'd fought through so much adversity. We'd have, a lot of different injuries throughout the course of the year. I think a lot of teams do, though. We had a lot of different injuries, and we lost some really key players throughout the course of the year, and some of them are still going to be out now. Some of them we may get back. Time will tell, but the bottom line is they fought through a lot of things and showed a lot of character to get where we're going this week.
So looking at the matchup so far with this, you have a team that you played, and the team that you played the first series of the year against Xavier out in the Big East. And you said, I think when we talked in the preseason, that was going to be one of the toughest teams to play because they've shown over the years that team has really, really improved every single year. So what's it going to be like playing a team that you've already played, but it's been a while since you guys have played them at the start of the year, and a lot of things have changed with both teams?
Well, yeah, I mean, I Coach O'Connor, I don't really know Billy very well or anything like that. I just, we scheduled each other because their RPI traditionally is so high, and he's not scared whatsoever to play anybody anytime. I mean, the guy goes everywhere and plays people. And so I don't know the guy very well, but I know he's a real competitor and he can get a team ready to play. The team that we played in Xavier at the start of the year, I think they were coming right out of the gym at the beginning of the thing. I couldn't even tell you where Xavier is. It doesn't even matter to me. I mean, he does a tremendous job. And those guys were really good. They had some pitching that was really, really good. They had a balanced lineup. And our group knows how good Xavier is and what a test they'll be in the first game of the regional.
You've been through this so many times with a lot of teams. This time of the year, what do you feel like is like what's kind of the message been like to the guys and trying to really what is the message to the guys at this time of the year? Is it the same or is it different just every year?
Well, I think every team's probably got their own messaging that's appropriate for their team. I mean, for this year's team, our backs have been against the wall. We felt like we needed to win some games to earn our way into the tournament. We were positioned extremely well, and we had some bad fortune for about a 3-week stretch after we were ranked as high as number 10 in the country. We went through a rash of injuries that affected our wins and loss columns, and probably even more than the rash of injuries were the emotions that came with the injuries. These guys are 18 to 22 or 23 years old for the most part. And it gets emotional when they see guys that are key players and their friends going down with injuries that can affect the team, and they getting them back to being balanced instead of being frantic is probably just as hard to do as overcoming injuries. And so I think we were able to kind of calm the seas with some of those emotions and feelings. Of, oh my God, what are we going to do now? We lost this player, we lost that player. Are we screwed? Are we going to be able to figure this out? Are we still going to be able to win games? And all those things. That's tough. That was tough for us. We really gelled and we came together with our backs against the wall mentality, and we played. The team, give them credit. They really played their tails off here in the last 2 weeks. The series at Utah, we knew we had to win. We knew we had to get to the Pac-12 tournament and win. Even after we won the second game, I told the team, I said, do not think, regardless of what you're reading on social media, do not think that you are in this tournament. Don't put it in the hands of a committee. Take care of it yourself, and the only way we knew how to do that, obviously, is to win the tournament, and we did.
Yeah. So let's talk about for just to remind the audience, some of the guys that really impressed so far this season.
Boy, we've got a lot of them. I'm going to miss out on probably more than I can speak to. The team first is just awesome. It's just a fun group of guys. We're not dealing with issues off the field and missing study halls or missing classes and stuff. It's been a good character group. Number one, specific performers. Start with Jace Stoffel. Jace has been out with an injury now for the last several weeks, like a finger injury. It's a nerve injury. Hopefully we can get him back. Don't know if we can or not. But he probably would have won, or he and another guy from Stanford were up for the conference pitcher of the year. And he was the only guy in the conference that had won conference pitcher of the week 3 times this year. Nobody else even won it twice. And so that's how good Jace is. And hopefully we can get him back for the postseason. Don't know if we can or not, but he's been a huge piece of this thing. And then, the entire pitching staff stepped up throughout the Pac-12 tournament. Each one of those guys has been tremendous. Turner Spiljarek won the final game. Grayson Grinsell, another freshman. We're pitching 10 freshmen, Casey, right now. And it's been a lot of fun to see their growth and development. There's been some bumps in the road, but they're really talented and really good. And Coach Angier deserves a lot of credit for being patient with them and getting them to perform at the time of year when we need them the most. On the other side of the ball, Coach Martyr and Coach Hinkle do the yeoman's work with the hitters and the infielders defensively, and Brett Thomas with the analytics piece as well. Those guys are awesome. I love my staff. They've got Sabine Ceballos going off this year as a third baseman from Puerto Rico. He's a dynamic player for people that are just tuning into the Ducks. This guy's an awesome kid and a great player. Drew Calley, our shortstop, is up for the Brooks Wallace Award. He's that good of a player. And he's a 5th-year senior, kind of an old man around. We've got a few of those guys. Gavin Grant is a team leader at second base. Colby Shade, team leader in center field. Going to be a high draft pick. Tanner Smith plays left field for us. He got almost every record in school history. Dynamic Japanese player named Riko Nishida, first Japanese player I've ever coached. And what a joy he is. Just a tremendous kid and an exciting player. Little guy that just is a spark plug like crazy. And then we've got some really tough kids. Our catcher, Bennett Thompson, another catcher that we have. We've got 3 catchers, Bennett Thompson, Josiah Cromick, and Ansoneros are all 3 just studs. And they're tough kids. And I don't know, I know I'm missing some guys, and I apologize with the other guys, but boy, we've got some great character and great makeup. And even when you get to the bottom of the 9th inning, when we're playing defense and Bryce Betcher gets a chance to come in and make highlight reel catches in the outfield, it's spectacular to watch.
Sure is. Of course, going down to Nashville and getting that down there. Of course, what's the plan for the week before you guys head down there?
Well, it's going to be a quick week. Yesterday was the selection show and an off day. Today is, we have to have an off day required by NCAA rules. So we had that yesterday, and we had just gotten back the day before, from winning the Pac-12 tournament. So that travel day can't be an off day by rule. So yesterday was our off day. Tuesday, we're going to practice today. We're going to get on a charter flight out to Nashville tomorrow, and hopefully we can get our hitters crushing the ball, and guys like Jacob Walsh, who's a big, strong kid who plays first base for us, and guys like that. If they can have great weekends for us, then I really like our chances, in any regional, whether it's Nashville regional or anything.
All right. Well, Waz, thanks so much for coming on and talking with us. I know it's a busy week, but thanks for taking some time to catch up, and we'll talk soon. Okay. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, Casey. Go Ducks.